at me. Look at me.
to today's stream of where the water tastes like wine. Bit of a surprise stream today. I didn't schedule it, but I had time and I wanted to play it, and that's the main part. Oh!
2 months, babe. Can we make out now, please?
Of course we can, Christopher. Thank you very much for the resub. 2 months. Thank you for all your support. Not only the sub, but everything else you've done for me and the channel. Thank you very much. Spam some panda emotes for Christopher. What I just wanted to say was a big thank you to Wintermorgen today, because he gifted me the game where the water tastes like wine, and I'm actually very excited to play it. That stash got lost. I ran against the wall and it was gone. Gone with the wind. But yeah, I know nothing about the game, to be honest. I just heard a few people talk very positively about the game, and then Wintermorgen approached me and gave me the game. So I just thought to myself, let's play the game and let's stream it with all of you and check out what this game is all about. But first of all, let's say hello to everyone. Hello Luckless, of course. Hello Wintermorgen is here. Christopher is here. I saw Roman letters. I see iRocky. Mikios is here. Panda emotes, you say. And is that a horse or a mule, Mikios? But welcome everyone to the stream. Also, of course, everyone who's lurking and is not in chat. Before I begin, I also want to thank Jay Leanne, who cheered with 100 bits while I was not even streaming. That's crazy. Thank you very much, Jay Leanne, for that. And also thank you, Luckless and Squidgenir, for the hosts. Now, I tried out starting the game earlier to check if everything works, and then I realized there is no option menu, at least not in the beginning, and there was already some story thing going on. I did not listen to it because I do want to go through it completely blind. So we might have to adjust the audio on the fly. So tell me if there's anything wrong with the audio or anything else. Wintermorgen can't wait to get home, that I can believe. Since you are responsible for the stream, no matter what happens, if it's great, we will all thank you so much, Wintermorgen. If it's not good, we can blame you. So no pressure, but a lot of pressure. A smart ass. Yes, that is what they called me in high school very often. But now let's waste no further time and jump into the game and hope that the audio is fine. Yes, lurkers are of course welcome here. Everyone is welcome. Except those people that are not welcome, I guess.
Night has fallen and you're weary from travel. Stars fill the sky above, and in front of you is a brightly lit wooden house, the only building you've seen for days.
Okay. Hello, Mademoiselle Danielle. How are you doing? Did you get some rest? So that is right off the start. That's a great narrator voice. I already like that part. Also, I forgot that lot of things to talk about, but I am giving away Overgrowth, the game for Steam. I will give away the Steam key, and if you want the game, you can just type an exclamation mark over in the chat, and at the end of the stream, I will pick one winner, or at least one winner will be picked randomly. So if you want the game, if you want to have a chance to get the game, just type an exclamation mark over, and maybe you're lucky. If you type in the chat command !giveaway, you will find out more about the game. There's a Steam link, so you can have a look at that first. But now let's continue and go to the house.
You walk toward the house, hearing the sounds of laughter and talk as you reach the door and push it open. You sit down and join the game. It's a cheap buy-in, and not many of the other players are very good.
Okay, that's always a good sign to enter a game of gambling.
The lady fiddling with dice gets good cards, but has no real strategy. The man to your right seems to just hold on to the highest cards he has, regardless of suit or any consideration of matches.
So who else is there?
The man in gray across from you, though, he's good. He already had the largest pile of coins when you bought in, and while your winnings grow quickly, you can't quite catch him.
Yeah, keep playing.
One by one, the other players leave the table, sometimes with pique or with wry humor, leaving their winnings with you or the man in gray.
All kinds of stuff on the table there.
Finally, it's just you and the man in gray. He looks at you, full of humor, and winks. Last hand?
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I'm in.
He deals, you draw, and look at your hand. It's good. It's great. The best hand, in fact. A royal straight flush. Spades. Aces high.
Okay. This might be the best narrator voice ever. I want a narrator off against the one from Darkest Dungeon and against the voice actor of Geralt. Because this voice is awesome. Yeah, nothing can beat me.
But the man in gray pushes forward his whole pile.
It is
You're not
mysterious.
sure exactly how much it is, but it's more than you've got. You can't match that.
That is a good hand. Hello, Julia Maluka. I'm sorry for that. Welcome to the stream. Is that the same narrator as the one in Bastion? I don't know. I haven't played Bastion. Maybe someone else in the chat can answer that. If so, I might want to play Bastion. Just because of the narrator. But I also heard it's a good guy. But I can't match that. So guess we have to fold.
The man in gray stops you. Now, if you like, I'll let you wager your word. I know you'll be good for it. Just promise you'll pay the debt, however I ask.
Oh man. I mean, those kind of things never work out, right? Usually it's like a deal with the devil. He somehow tricks you. But I mean, we have the let's be reasonable here. Let's decide from the point of view, not from the view of me as playing a game, but who would a person in that situation react? We have the best hand possible. So yeah, of course you have my word. So the narrator from Bastion also did the voices in Pyre and Transistor. Okay, but it's not the same narrator as this one. So yeah, have my
The
word.
man in gray smiles. All right then. I'll call.
show him. Oh. Okay. What? Okay, bye Vittermong, see you later. Okay.
Well, your luck wasn't so good, was it? That's quite the hand, but not for the game we're playing. I'm afraid you owe me. Your life, sure, but more than that, your labor.
Is the game a little bit loud? Because it seems to be a little loud for me. This is Sting? Is it really, or does it just sound like Sting? Game is a bit loud, yeah. Yeah, there's no option menu that I can change it, but let me do it outside of the game. Maybe there will be an option menu a little later on. So I turn it down a little bit.
You see, this land is built on stories. It's one big story, this country, woven of many small ones.
Is actually Sting.
Few
Wow.
of the small ones are strictly true, and the big story is mostly a lie. All the stories and songs and myths and legends start somewhere, with a seed. As they're told and retold and passed around, they grow and change to become the stories we know. To pay your debt to me, you'll be carrying stories, finding the seeds first and then spreading them, telling them onwards so they can begin gaining strength. This is no light task. Stories are heavy. Most of the stories you'll find will be small seeds. They might be true, but they'll grow wild and unbelievable with the telling.
I like the music. So far I'm digging the game. I like the vibe that it is setting.
The more important stories are the true ones, the ones people will tell you about their own lives. Those often get lost in the weaves of the big story. The more true stories you can find and tell, the more you can weave that truth into the big story. Tarnish it a bit perhaps, but isn't a dingy and battered truth better than a shining lie? Now, go ahead. You tell me a story. I'll trade you some information about your task.
Okay. So what is this about? Exit. We have 3 of staves. Travel. Justice. Choice. Morality. The world. Heaven. Desire fulfilled. Wishes come true. Fortune. Fate. Luck. The tower. Death. Change. And in moving on. Thank you, Jay Leanne, for the subscription, and welcome to the Acolytes. That is very generous of you. Welcome to the Acolytes. Now you can spam the Ponder emote, of course, and you have access to the subscriber-only channel on my Discord. Also, again, thank you for the 100 bits you gave me earlier, even before I was streaming. Really appreciate that. So now I don't really know what to do here. We have those cards and we have to probably choose something. So let's take the first. Tell the story of the northbound train, blinking its giant eye as it crawls through the night. Tell the story of the endless series of doors of different kinds, each leading only to more doors. Tell the story of the parting of a cloud of fog to reveal a brief glimpse of a land of promise and plenty. Tell the story of tossing a pair of bone dice on a blood-red velvet table. They come up snake eyes and wink at you, okay? Tell the story of a black and grey city where every building is filled with dissected corpses. I think those are some kind of levels, if you can call them. Yeah, I get the sense of it as well. So if I get it correctly, it is basically we have to collect those stories for this guy and kind of have to decide if they are true stories or false stories, maybe. Let's go with that. That sounded interesting. So for some reason my
It's just luck.
controller
Funny
disconnected.
how bad luck
I have to
seems
play
to
with
follow
mouse.
the folks who already have problems aplenty. Well, try your luck out there in this country. See how the dice treat you.
Okay.
It's not all bad. You'll have to work hard, but I'll give you the gift for seeing the true shapes of people. Not many who can do that.
Okay. Oh. So I have to... Did something else change? I don't think so. So I... Okay. So this is about then.
Travel? That's your job. Wander from place to place, gather those stories and spread them. People get bored hearing the same stories over and over, but an old cliche in one state might be a rip-roaring new yarn in another.
Okay, so I guess we can hear something about all of those from Captain Wolf.
You sometimes have to make choices about what kind of story you're finding. Is it a love story or a tragedy?
Okay.
Don't gather too many of one kind, though. This grand story needs variety.
Okay, so let's go with the story of the parting of a cloud of fog to reveal a brief glimpse of a land promised and plenty.
Your deepest desires, your greatest wish, heaven? Big Rock Candy Mountain? El Dorado, the promised land, that place just over the ridge where they all say that the water tastes just like the sweetest wine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know where that is. It's supposed to be somewhere in this country. Ask the people you meet. They're all searching for the same thing.
Okay. Well, that might be actually our goal, to find this promised land. Black and Grey City.
I'll strip away your flesh to make the journey easier, but still you'll feel pain. Hunger, weariness, thirst, and despair. They're all part of stories, the part not often told. And death, yes, but don't worry. As long as your task remains, you come back.
Okay, so we basically did make a deal with the devil. Or at least some kind of higher power being. Hello Shadow Moon, welcome to the stream. Yes, so far the writing has been good. The voice actor who seems to be Sting, the famous singer for all the young folks around. And the music is also very great. I also like the art style, so at least for now, I really dig the game.
Go on your way, Seeker. Maybe we'll meet again, or maybe not. Either way, it'll be an experience for you.
Okay.
I'm jealous in some ways.
Yeah, I think Luckless looked it up earlier because there was some confusion if this voice actor might have narrated in another game. And Luckless found out it was Sting, actually. And now that he mentioned it, I kind of can hear it with some words. At least maybe I'm just imagining things, but there is some similarity to hear. Seen Sting on stage 2 years ago. Minimalistic show, but quite enjoyable. Oh, that's cool. That's actually quite cool. I like some songs by Sting, but others I'm not very sold on him. But he's for sure a very talented musician.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Okay. Oh. And now my controller works again. Hi, I'm Tsun. This is your first time through the game. Yes, Unseen Academical. Oh, now I have options. Now I can do it, make it a little bit quieter, because it is quite loud. Yeah, welcome, Unseen Academical. Of course, yes, that is my first time through the game. I have no idea so far about it. A little bit down. Tell me if that is fine. So yeah, let's keep it that way. Before that I couldn't actually enter the menu. Yeah, the music is a bit loud, yeah. So it seems like we have just this map. Okay. That looks pretty cool. So let's follow this road. There's some kind of building ahead. And let me know if the sound is now fine. I couldn't adjust it before the stream, so sorry for that. I had to turn it down a little bit for me. Maybe I have to turn it up for the recording now a little bit. So what's this? Can search that. Sound balancing is great. Okay, thank you very much. How are you doing, Unseen Academical? Welcome to the stream. And so, have you seen a bit more of the game so far? Seems that way. You talked about other streamers adjusting the music as well.
There's furniture piled in the front yard, ammunition heaped under the mailbox, and a crowd of clean-cut men ripping apart a car in the driveway.
Doing all right. I know a couple writers on this game, and I've seen about 4 hours of gameplay. Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. I'm very interested to see more of the game. So, just for those who might have missed it, the good Wintermorgen gifted me the game today, and I spontaneously decided to stream it right away. Before that, I didn't know what it was about, but I heard pretty good things about, so I was intrigued, but I haven't looked up anything, so this is as blind as it could be.
The two heavily armed, mud-caked women leaning over the porch railing share the same bored grin. One shouts at you. Lend a couple innocent gals a cigarette?
I mean, sure. Why not?
You're about to hand her a smoke when those men draw pistols and shove you hard into the dirt. You know these girls? they demand.
No.
Once they've dumped your bag out into the road, they decide you're harmless. If you were selling booze too, you'd have a lot more cash, sneers one. On the porch behind him, the two bootleggers are fingering their empty rifles, grinning in disappointment.
New story. The woman arrested for bootlegging. Okay. So what does that mean? Have we like an overview about the... Oh, geez. Now we're in Maine. Okay. So this is basically the main story. Those might be people, I guess? Journey log? Started somewhere. Woman arrested for bootlegging. 219 stories. Okay, this is... okay, interesting. We have an inventory. How can I select something? I guess I only have the dice. Yeah, Luckless, you like that? So now I'm already lost where to go. Can I go to... can I visit Luckless in Canada? Maybe? Oh, apparently I can walk over water. And as the strange wolf in the beginning said, he stripped us of our mortal flesh. And so we're walking through the land as a skeleton. Where the water is like land. And maybe that's the sequel already. Okay, I can't leave the US. Okay. Oh, the music is great though. Gives like a Western movie road trip feeling to it. Damn it! Although I'm not sure why I say damn it, I have nothing to do with the US. Okay. So there's another building. There's a bigger town there with two icons. There's another icon. There's something in the woods. Not sure if I can walk any faster. Oh no, it's only the writing for the border. Okay. I think the only thing that has to do with Canada is down in Connecticut. Okay. You're an honorary American today. Alright, y'all. I can't do an American accent. I can't even do an English accent. I'm stuck with my German accent for now. Please all keep in mind that it's completely blind and that I
Off the road and into the woods.
don't want to
You
have
can't
any
help but
spoilers
come
or
across this
backseating.
package by the old tree tied to a sturdy stick.
Okay.
The cloth wrapping conceals, though not particularly well, something large and softly unsettled. Little eyes blink back at you from inside the bundle.
The voices can be a bit higher. Yeah. Okay, I will change that. Say hello. Yeah. Hello.
The shape gives a start.
Please don't tell my pa that I'm in here.
It says in a small voice.
Why shouldn't I tell that?
Pa doesn't want to live with us anymore. But I want to go with him. Don't tell him, please. I'm hiding.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's already a tough decision. So, Pa doesn't want to live with us anymore. So he is not alone. He says doesn't want to live with us anymore. So if he's not alone, okay, I won't tell him.
You tell the boy you'll keep his secret. You don't see his father anywhere. You don't see another soul for miles.
Okay, that was not what I intended to do. Okay, there's Portland. Yeah, before I forget it, the sound. The voices are already maxed out. The strange thing is I can't see where my cursor is for this one. Bit weird. The voices could, I mean, I could turn the volume up again and the music and sound effects a little down. Let's try it this way. Just tell me how it works out. Let's resume and have a look at our map again, because I'm already lost. Okay, we're here. Look at that. So we can basically travel through the entire United States, it seems. That's interesting. I think I will go to this little settlement first. If I can. Let's search this one.
Outside the small thicket of apple trees, the phrase "tended to by John Chapman" is carved into a fence post. Nearby, a hound lies on its side, perfectly still. Flies buzz around its ears. But a grizzled man pauses at his digging to shoo them off.
Let's help him.
There's an extra shovel. With it, the two of you make short work of the grave. He tells you about his beliefs, why he's raising apple orchards in the middle of the country. It's a sin to graft, he tells you. Hurts the tree. Eventually, the hole is deep enough. He stoops to the ground and lowers the pup into the earth. Tears flow freely. I'll see him again in heaven, he tells you. Our souls are bound by love. He wipes his eyes. I don't think I can bear to stay here, though. Maybe I'll set out again.
Okay. So this guy planted the trees here. His dog dies. And now he's moving on. Yeah, poor doggo. Now I have... What's the symbol above me? Does it mean I have to sleep or something? Looks like it, right? I don't know. Let's visit Burlington. So what is this? Can search both. Let's go
His
here
clothes
first.
are expensive, but unkempt. A tailored jacket stretched and warped out of its best fit by long days on the road. His thinning frame weighs down the boxcar next to yours. You offer a match, which bends and nearly snaps as he scratches it against the pitted iron edge of the boxcar.
Thanks.
He mumbles, perching one last cigarette on his lip.
Where are you going?
Don't rightly know where I'm going.
You notice how deeply wrinkled his clothes are. It's as though a huge hand plucked him from a high society party and crumpled him up like a sheet of paper.
Don't rightly know how I got going either.
And why is that?
They built a railway just past Missy Hudson's estate. Damned racket ruined our soiree. Might have been a few bottles of Armagnac too many when I walked down the tracks to tell them to keep it quiet.
He drags on the cigarette, but you never see him exhale.
Check out the other story in Burlington.
Muddling through the dark, you stumble into the path of the white deer. Its beauty strikes you at once. It is something otherworldly, beyond borders, a moon swimming in the void. Human shouts not far away break the spell. The deer's ears prick up. This thing is being hunted.
Otherwise, it's really sad. Yeah, David Gall, but please no backseating. Let me make my decisions. I would have helped him anyway, but just so you know, in the future, just wait a second until I make the choice, but it's fine. Welcome to the stream, and how are you doing? Yeah, I have no idea either, but I would have helped the deer anyway, so... poor deer is being hunted. And we also had just a dead doggo, so we don't want to have a dead deer now.
You know a way out of here.
It's good to hear that you're good.
As the hunter's cries get louder, you approach the deer carefully, palms outstretched. As you grow close, your features become clearer in the light of the deer's aura. It bolts into the path of an oncoming train.
What? So we didn't really help here, right? Okay, so we... I guess we killed the deer anyway. It's fine, Shadow Moon. Just keeping in mind that I would want to make the decision on my own. Not a big deal. Okay, so we tried to help, but it turned out very bad, as it usually does. Yeah, it's fine, David. Just wait a second until I got the opportunity to choose. Oh, there was something going on. For some reason, first there's no voiceover, and there was like a symbol popping up. So this barn seems abandoned, but soon after you nod off in the musty hay, you're woken by the yowling of cats. The little girl who wandered in with them shrugs. You can stay, she says. That isn't working down here today. She's right. You get a full evening of unbroken sleep. Oh, so now we have removed the tired status, I guess. Whatever that does. I mean, it for sure has some kind of effect. So let's move back, and I think I want to go to Portland next. I hope the soundtrack is available on Spotify. Definitely want to add this to my pre-stream list. Alright, Rocky. See you later. Portlandia. Let's search it.
They don't come every year, you know.
The old man is sitting at the edge of a rotting old pier, crooked legs dangling over the water. He watches a pair of seagulls preen and groom each other on a rock just off the shore.
So I think we just watch the seagulls with him. Stay quiet.
They seem to wait for something together, fidgeting and rubbing against one another. And when they fly off, they fly together. These two, these same two, have been coming here ever since I was a boy, the old man says.
Really? That sounds pretty amazing.
He watches them fly away until their bodies are dots vanishing into the low sun. Always the same pair. Wonder what keeps him coming back to this town. He shrugs. It must be home.
Must be.
The woman walks the small town square.
Oh la la.
Voice of Betty Davis. A confident stride and inimitable mannerisms elevating the sidewalk into a plush Hollywood carpet. And wrapped around her neck, a yellow velvet ribbon, bright as an ocean sunrise. You question a well-dressed man parked outside an oyster house. Prudish woman. I took her on a fine date and she didn't remove so much as a ribbon. Excuse me, can you step back from the coupe? That's the spirit. You decide to seek a second opinion.
I mean, yeah, that seems a bit rude.
You talk with a waitress smoking outside a diner.
Something funny about her. Just showed up one day. Doesn't work, doesn't live anywhere far as I know. Just around. Myself, I'd love to know who made all her beautiful clothes.
Let's ask around a little bit
A
more.
longshoreman watches Steve Doors load up a crane. Yellow ribbon? That woman's dead.
What?
Ghost dead. Buddies of mine, they've seen her all over the Atlantic for decades now.
Oh man, we probably should have approached her, right? Damn it. Thought it might be better to ask around first a little bit. So did we just see a ghost?
You can see storm clouds on the horizon, and you don't relish the thought of being caught wandering this rocky seaside road in the rain. Fortunately, you find the lighthouse door open with a daunting staircase before you.
Okay.
At the top of an ornate wrought iron spiral, you're breathless and feeling the strain on your knees. Rain already batters the walls outside. You can only knock on a heavy wooden door leading into the upper level. Muffled voices and light seep in beneath the door.
Let's listen in a little bit closer.
Looks like we got a visitor. Sounds like a man's voice, deep and rough.
Well, behave yourself. I'll open the door.
Another man, this one with a higher, more sonorous voice. I always behave myself. He feigns indignation, but his tone betrays affection instead.
Okay, seriously, guys. I want Sting to read all of my books for audio. I want him to narrate my life and everything else as well. I might be in love with his voice by now. Just putting that out there. Let's wait.
After a moment, the door unlatches from the inside and opens. The man before you is tall and muscular, with a hint of a paunch beneath his wide chest. The heavy iron knob on the door looks nearly dainty in his huge hand.
Didn't want to be out in this rain, did you? Come in.
Okay, let's go outside.
Despite the rough exterior, this room looks like a well-appointed parlor. There's a rug on the well-trod wooden floor and an enormously plush couch. And sat upon it is a stocky fellow grinning through a great hazel-colored beard. Tea? He offers, hoisting a teapot.
Yeah, are you two have been long around here? Or what's going on? A few years, okay.
The tall one sits on the sofa, wrapping his arm casually around the other lighthouse keeper. 5, says the smaller, but by no means small, man.
That long? Time flies. We traveled together before that. You must have some good stories from the road, huh?
Well, I have some, at least.
You wake up the next morning on their old sofa, still warm from an excess of tea. And cakes?
That sounds good.
There might have been little cakes. Prodigious snoring rumbles in from the floor above you, and you quietly take your leave.
Oh, that's nice. That was a nice little visit. Presenting those two, having some nice tea. So okay, so it doesn't show me if I miss anything. Thing is, I'm not sure if there's anything like in the all the way up in the northeast of Maine I might have missed. Can I? Doesn't seem like I can run or anything. Just wanted to check that out. I know I repeat myself a little bit, but I really enjoyed the music. Has like road trip written all over it. Can we walk across the ocean? We can, actually, a little bit. Hey, Athelas. I don't know what this game is about, but I love it. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so far I'm having lots of fun. I really enjoy the atmosphere and the vibe this game is giving and setting. How are you doing, Athelas? Hope you're having a good day. So I don't think I missed anything around here, so I mean, there's not much in Maine to begin with, other than plenty of Stephen King stories. But there's... looks a bit weird in the background with those like paint smudges, I assume it should be. Okay. Got out early from work because of expected snow. Oh, well, getting out early from work doesn't seem too bad, right? I'm doing well. I'm a bit tired. I woke up early today, earlier than I wanted to, but other than that, I'm feeling pretty good. The more Sting voice I get, the better I feel. Never thought of me saying that, but it's true. So let's head towards Boston. Nothing around here, it seems. Like now we're in the suburbs of Boston.
A dusty truck and a man on horseback pull up next to one another in front of the grocer.
Oh,
Suddenly,
you're from
the
Boston?
driver and the rider, two wiry old men with identical haircuts, start shrieking at one another.
Yeah, what's going on here?
The man with the truck leaps into the street.
Brother!
He shouts. The one on the horse tumbles out of his saddle.
Brother!
He screams. They embrace in the road.
30 years!
Hollers the driver. The rider, tears streaming down over his face, corrects him.
No! 32!
It's pretty emotional. Oh, right where I am. Oh, that's funny enough. So let's visit you. Maybe do we have some coffee and cake for us? Maybe tea and cake like those two lighthouse watchers. I actually, somewhere around here, I have a Boston Red Sox jersey lying around. And I always wanted to visit Boston. Maybe someday. No, I would have guessed this was Sting. He's a great voice actor. Yes, he for sure is. Sure do. Tea, coffee, and cake for all. Yes, let's go. Let's end the stream now. Good night, everyone. We are joining Athelas for tea, coffee, and cake. See you there. I'm from Germany, so it's quite a long way over there. But especially my uncle and I, we are talking about it for a while now, that we kind of want to save up some money and visit the East Coast, especially Boston, because we kind of are interested in like history and stuff. And for some reason, Boston always fascinated me, so that would be the city I would go first. But on the other hand, if I ever would travel to the US, I probably would travel around a little bit and not just stay at one place. So yeah, oh wow. Those two brothers seem to have met each other on the road after 32 years.
Everyone here is watching these two older men cry and hug one another in the middle of Main Street. Cars and wagons are backing up. People are yelling.
Take a photo of us!
The driver begs you. Starts hauling a tripod out of the bed of his truck.
Oh fuck. Are they getting run over? I mean, I don't want them to get killed. But on the other hand, I don't want to be rude. So let's read it again. Everyone here is watching these two older men cry and hug one another in the middle of Main Street. Cars and wagons are backing up. People are yelling. Take a photo of us. The driver begs you. So people are unhappy Hello, Crusaders. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream again. Yeah, let's get off the road first. I mean, there's no hurry to take a photo, right? Let's do it on the sidewalk.
As you usher them onto the sidewalk, the driver says,
Joe, I thought you were dead.
the rider freezes.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Joe?
He blurts.
I'm not Joe.
The two men stare at one another, each slowly recognizing something alien in their mistaken brother's face.
Oh, that's... Oof, that's awkward. That is awkward, but I mean, on the other hand, at least we kind of cleared that up. So what is this sign? That seems to be something special. And can we enter Boston? So Boston would be the first major city we visit. Oh, there's multiple things we can do. Boston, red brick, green trees, blue skies. In this weather, Boston is beautiful. That is, until you make your way deeper into the city and get lost among the cramped, winding, shadow-haunted old streets. So... train station, store, or explore. It's interesting. What is... Oh, I guess hot apple cider is against being tired, and the others for health. Right? Train station. Oh, we could travel to New York or Detroit. We can earn some money and explore the city. Okay, you wander the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. Look for work, panhandle. Let's look for work. I'm feeling good about today, crows a young man in line with you outside this factory. Feeling pretty good. Today's our lucky day. Shut up, Bill. Every time you say that, nobody's hiring, shouts a man further back in line. Now let's be positive. Let's support them. Oh, did I get some money? The doors burst open. We're taking all comers, shouts the floor manager. Bill gives a whoop. I knew it, he crows. You cheer along with Bill. Fuck you, Bill, the cynic shouts. You had nothing to do with this. Whether or not he did, though, you all get paid. Nice. So, do I have some money now? I guess. Can I see where I have money? Or is it like earning money, you get one money token to spend? Probably like that, right? Yeah, I guess it is that way. Let me quickly clean my nose and then we can continue. Okay, let's continue. Ah, the lass. So, let's explore the city. Let's explore Boston. Maybe Athelas can show us around a little bit and show us the exciting places.
This city is like no other you've been to. Crooked streets splay out in a maze of narrow passages, no two alike. Soon, you find yourself in twilight, utterly lost. Bright light crests around one corner. A car approaching.
Now let's keep walking and explore the city on foot. I always feel like at least when I'm on vacation, exploring cities by foot is like how you really get into the city and get a feel for it.
Unable to afford rescue, you keep walking. The asphalt turns to crooked cobblestones that threaten to wrench your ankle out of place. Was this always a moonless night? The stars multiply, each one looking like a pinprick through which light is exiting the terrestrial world.
Yeah, continue walking.
It's hard finding your way through in pitch darkness. You go by touch and sound, feeling the scale of the streets by the echoing of your footsteps, fingers tracing the rough surface of the buildings. And then, a rumble of noise in the distance.
Oh, you broke your foot on the Boston cobblestones? Don't they really have to be dangerous then? That doesn't sound good. Did I miss anything important in the last 15 minutes? Well, we're now in Boston, our first major city. There were a couple of options we could choose from. Like earning money and exploring. Could also visit a store and a train station. Other than that, we were just playing the game, walking around, listening to some nice little stories. And now we are exploring Boston, and we hear a rumble of noise in the distance. So let's listen.
You quiet yourself, suddenly fearful. The clear sky tells you it's not thunder, but cannon fire.
Cannon fire?
The city comes alive with fires and shouting. You find yourself trampled by a mob of men in thick brown coats, a phalanx of bayonets advancing up the street.
Oh, so we have basically like a... so like time and space is like a little bit convoluted here. That we transcend different time periods of the US. Really badly, my friends didn't want to stop the evening, so they kept feeding me drinks. When I woke up the next morning, it looked like it contained a softball. Ugh! That doesn't sound good, Athelas. That doesn't sound good. How are you guys liking the game? I am liking it very much so far. It has a really cool vibe to it. The music and the narration by Sting is awesome. And it has a very nice feeling of a road trip you take. And the small stories you read and explore and live through, they're all pretty nice so far. So I'm digging the game. I'm very intrigued by what else we might discover along the way. Hello Miro, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? So yeah, we have now a phalanx of bayonets approaching us. So let's respond like every normal person would, with a heartfelt ah.
When you come to, there's no sign of the commotion,
I'm doing good.
the
A little
war
bit tired, Miro.
that you were just caught in.
Other than that, I'm fine.
The comically shrill honk of a Model A running up the road startles you, and you crawl toward the sidewalk. Above, the sky is a sharp, cold, cloudless blue.
Okay, so there's some time fuckery going on. By the way, Odd, if you're still here, I think you would like the game. I think that could be something you would enjoy, at least checking out for a YouTube thing. Just saying. But for now, I don't think we need anything. So let's leave Boston for now. We're still tired, it seems. But what's this? It's like a... Oh, I actually don't know. A camp. Check it out. I did try, but it wasn't
Hey
quite
there,
my cup
stranger.
of tea.
You're
Okay,
welcome
yeah.
to enjoy this fire
Fair
with
enough.
me. If you're respectful, that is.
Archery went well. That is good to hear, Miro. Yeah, I can see that it's not everyone's cup of tea, though. So you're welcome to enjoy this fire with me. Okay, let's enjoy the fire together.
This here is my spot, and I ain't inclined to share it with any bad characters. You can call me Quinn.
Yeah, it's... yeah, the walking around part is a bit weird. But so far, on that note, I'm a bit on the fence. Because I can also see that it gives you, in the long run, really a nice sense of journey. Because you actually travel the whole time. But let's see. And I can't tell you guys enough how much I love Sting right now.
These here are my venturing companions. Cass is the big un, and the one with the spots is Flip.
Okay, hello Cass and Flip.
I usually beat my way on the rails, but the road news said this town was fat and the weather was fine. So I'm taking in the sights and seeing what I can drum up. Hey, tell me one of those exciting stories.
Okay. Oh. Here are all the stories you've collected so far. They're organized by subject because the boss likes tarot cards. Okay. This is a subject of each story here. If you tell this person a story about love, for example, they will tell you something from their own life relating to the subject of love. Poor things. Alright, Miro, have a good tea time. As the night goes on, this icon will move left to right. When it reaches the right side, the night is over and so is your storytelling. The person you're talking to will usually tell you where they'll be next so you can find them again. If you tell them the types of story they request, you'll gain their trust and the eye will open. When it opens fully the next time you meet them, they'll open up more about their life. But remember this from conversation to conversation, so don't feel you need to open the eye all the way the first time you meet someone. Dance around, get to know them. Okay, that sounds nice. I swear to God, if those dogs die because of some reason, I'ma start screaming. Yeah. We already have one dead dog and one dead deer. Okay, so he wanted to hear... They want a thrilling story. So yeah, let's check out. We have tell the story of the boy who ran away with his father in Maine. That's about the fisherman. I mean, that could be quite exciting. Not so much the fisherman, though. Tell the story of the two men who missed... That is more tragic, right? Sort of the strange clamor on the streets of Boston. That could be something we can take. Arrested for bootlegging, maybe. Oh, the ghost story. Let's. I think we will take the ghost story, but let's check out what else we do have here. The white deer near Burlington. Yeah, that's the alcohol story of John Chapman and... Oh, I don't think we want to tell him the story about the dead dogs. Again, I think a thrilling story was the thing with the ghost woman. Let's take that.
Ain't life got enough tearjerkers in it without telling stories like that? Jeez.
Tearjerker?
Traveling. I sure do love it. And I seen some pretty things out there.
Okay.
I seen serpent trains passing on a green and gold sea. I seen mountains so tall and forests so thick, nobody will ever tame them. I once seen a bunch of townies skinny dipping in a river. That sure was something. I seen terrible things too. Biblical floods and starving folks. And black blizzards full of dust. Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
Okay. So that wasn't thrilling, it seems. Family. What's this? Desires. Bondage, traps, and imprisonment. Freedom. What did we have here? I don't know. I personally found the story about the... Maybe this one, about what happened in Boston.
Were you trying to scare me? Well, you didn't go far enough. Huh.
Okay.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about the past, but
Maybe I'm
they
missing
say there's an
something
Indian
here.
grave around these parts.
Or we just
say it's haunted and full up with
Didn't have
angry
enough
spirits.
stories.
I used to love hearing stories of cowboys and Indians fighting it up. Would swap tales with the youngins. But, well, I suppose if someone shot me, I'd be pretty vengeful too. I want to hear one of them venturing tales. Got any?
Venturesome tales. So maybe the story of the bootlegging woman. I don't know.
Whoa, quite a story,
Oh.
stranger.
I think we did something.
Authority, bosses and such. I ain't nobody's little Angelina, if that's what you're asking. I take care of myself and my dogs.
And my dogs.
I don't need no jocker looking out for me. So if you're offering, don't. Shoot, I thought I told you to be respectful. You want to keep enjoying my spot or not? Think about that. Hey, tell me a
Fine.
funny story. You seem like you still got a sense of humor.
Funny story. Do we have a funny story? That's not funny, but the boy. Not funny. Maybe that one, kind of, in a way. I don't think we have any funny stories at this point. We only have sad stories so far. I mean, if you like misery, maybe you like this.
That was a chuckle to be sure.
Well, we did it.
Traps and such like. Well, one time in Fort Worth, a feller tried to take Cass and Flip away.
What?
Said a kid couldn't look out for him proper like. That they were fat in Fort Worth and they were going to the pound so that he could find him a good home. Well, before I could much argue, Flip bit the hell out of that busybody and Cass and I joined in shortly. I don't think I ever seen a fella so surprised. Guess I ain't going back to Fort Worth no more. I'm in the mood for something real funny like.
Again, something funny. We only have tragedy. I mean, the story about the seagulls is more like a romantic nature story, but maybe we can try that at least.
I don't get too much out of tales that are so cheerful. Not enough excitement for me.
Oh, sorry about
My
that.
family. There ain't no way I'm gonna start jaw-flapping about those bastards. Judases, the lot of them. Enough said. Oh, heck. The night's over already. I sure enjoyed talking to you, but I gotta get on. I think I'll see what's happening up the road this way.
Okay, so he will go down to southeast Pennsylvania. Okay,
The tramping life suits me just fine. Every day's a venture.
but we opened the eye, so basically we might get more out of him next
With
time.
things being so depressed, folks walk around like it's the end of everything good. But it ain't. Plenty nice things to see if you know where to look.
Okay. Nice. And I got the achievement, the Hobo Kit. Benjamin, you're back. Are you at home now? Yes, nice. So let's have a look at this. Yeah, southwest.
The hotel is an old manor house that's seen better days. A grand structure surmounted by a gambrel roof that dwarfs the house itself. It's eerily still, but for two boys at play. Each one so small and light, they barely leave tracks in the deep snow.
I don't know. So far, I'm really liking the game. I didn't really have expectation because I did not know much about the game beforehand, other than, of course, some of you really praised it. But I'm really enjoying it. I like the atmosphere of the game. Let's go inside.
The clerk behind the counter is old, and your room key is worn.
Oh, nice. We need
But
some
night
sleep.
approaches, and the price is low. Just before you shut the room door, there they are, the twins, staring at you from the corridor.
Okay, creepy. That reminds me of The Shining, and we're way too close to Maine, which is, of course, the capital for Stephen King. So please, twins, could you stop staring at me? That would be very much appreciated.
In the morning, as you leave, the clerk asks, "Did you sleep well?"
Let's tell the truth. Maybe we find out what's the matter with those creepy kids.
Too tired to lie, you tell him about the noise outside your door. The trampling of small feet on the corridor outside. The dreams disturbed with violent and hideous images. "That's odd," he says, weak-eyed. "There are no children staying with us."
Even more creepy. And thank you for the follow, Athelas. Thank you very much. Yeah, that is creepy. Let's move on. Quickly, please. The Silent Twins, yeah. I don't want anything to do with those bastards. Let's have a look on the map, though. So, we ventured shortly into the state of New York. So maybe I should plan ahead a little bit on how I want to proceed, because Don't want to miss too much, and I don't want to backtrack too much either. So I think I will go further down the coast until I reach New York. It should be New York City there. And then venture up New York State and explore that a little bit more. Return to New York and enter the city then. That's basically the plan. Okay. As you walk down the road, a black crow flutters down to land in your path. It looks at you, cocks its head, and speaks. Well, you've got a long, long road ahead, don't you? All these people to chase down, or so I hear. It laughs. I got some experience when it comes to chasing folks. Well, since you're talking to me, we can talk some more. Well, if you want, you could go find your friend again. Ask him more about their life. They might want better stories this time, though. It peers up to you. Didn't they tell you where they were headed next? Yeah. But hey, the world is full of people, but you could find another friend like that if you went looking around. There's more than one interesting person in this land for sure. Gives you a gravelly laugh. That's what humans say, anyway. And with that, it launches into the air and disappears. Okay, a nice little tutorial hint, I would call it. Hold left trigger to whistle